Alaska Performance Partners. Count on performance, not promises.
Hey everybody, it's Amanda Pineda with the Alaska Performance Partners, and thanks for joining us for another video. This week, we're going to be covering days on market, why it is important to know the average days on market for the market that you're currently experiencing, how it affects your home and the sales price, and 3, what can you do to minimize the amount of days that your home stays on the market. So stay tuned. Okay, so first things first, why is it important for you to know the average days on market for the market that you're currently in? Number one, the reason why it is so important is because the market shifts. Sometimes we are in a buyer's market, sometimes we're in a seller's market. Midway through 2020 up until currently, right now I'm filming this video in late July of 2021, we are experiencing a seller's market, and a very hot one at that. Homes were flying off the shelves back in February, March, April time. There was very, very limited inventory. Right now we are kind of seeing a shift in the market where buyers are getting a little bit fatigued. They're starting to slow down, not offer as much. They are taking their time, which is slowing down the market, also paired with more homes are starting to come available. So with that being said, the average days on market is going to shift. The home average is going to be much shorter right now in July, now that the market is experiencing a bit of a shift, compared to February, March, April, where homes were literally flying off the shelves in 24 hours, making that time shorter. So if you were in those markets at that time and you saw a home that was on the market for one day, you would get really excited, really hyped about it, go and see it, and then want to make an offer as soon as possible. Right now, what we are experiencing, our buyers are taking their time. They're going and looking at the houses. There's more availability of homes on the market right now. So there's much more inventory, which means there's much more to pick from, which means that the average days on market for a home are going to be different. If in February, March, April, you saw a home that was on the market for one day, you would get very excited. But if you saw a home that was on the market for maybe 17, 20, 25 days, 30 days, you would be a little bit more concerned. You'd be like, what's wrong with this house? Why hasn't it sold? You're going to be a little bit more skeptical about that. Well, right now we are seeing the average days on market become a little bit longer. So instead of seeing the home on the market for 17 and 20 days and being like, oh, that's interesting, which means that those extra days on market are a little less concerning now than they were back then. So how does that affect you and your home? Well, you should view days on market as money signs, honestly. The longer that your home is on the market, the more stigmatized it will be with buyers. They're going to ask questions like anybody would. Why has the home been on the market? Why hasn't it sold? Has it gotten any offers? If so, what happened? And there's a lot of different questions to ask when it comes to a home that's been on the market for a while. So if your home is on the market and it's been up on the market for, let's say, 2 weeks, and you have gotten lots and lots of showings, but no offers, that means that you're in the right price bracket, but there's something about the house that it just isn't appealing when buyers are getting inside. Now, if your home is on the market and you have gotten no showings at all, then that means that you're priced way too high. Wait, that doesn't make sense. So the longer that your house sits on the market, it does affect your value. Most oftentimes we see somebody price it really high. They're not getting any showings. They're not getting any interest. So then they're going to have to lower it to try to entice people to come in. And hopefully with the price drop, you reach a new pricing bracket, a new pool of buyers that can hopefully been looking at your house and can afford it, but just avoided it because it was out of their price range. So days on market matters a lot. And that goes into the second topic. How can you minimize the amount of time that your house sits on the market? For one, you can update it. The more updated your home is, the shorter amount of time that it sits on the market. So if you have new countertops, new flooring, fresh paint, fresh carpet, buyers really like that. And if it's in a good area and it's something that they're looking for, they're going to compare your home to another home in a similar price range, in a similar area. And if your home has the better finishes, the better touches, they're going to go for your home first. It just makes your home the obvious choice. So with that being said, that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, something that you could do is get a pre-inspection. So when buying a home, buyers usually get an inspection. At the inspection time, they're going to ask for repairs. A lot of deals fall apart when it comes to negotiating repairs. So what you could do is you could get a inspection, have a home inspector come in, inspect your home, give you the list of things that they have seen and pointed out, and then you work through that list and fix it. And then by the time you know it, your house is up on the market. You can use that as a negotiation tool. It gives buyers a lot of peace of mind because they do know what they're walking into in some sense. They will get their own inspection and maybe some other things will come up, but it won't be as crazy or drastic or blind, especially in a market like ours where people are buying homes sight unseen. They've never been to the property, they've never seen it. A preliminary inspection can give a lot of buyers a really nice sense of peace when putting in an initial offer. And that will also drive up the amount of people that bid on your home because with the nice touches and the pre-inspection, this is a very good contender compared to the other ones that don't have the updates, that haven't gotten an inspection. So there's another one. And then lastly, tip number 3 that can help you with your home. If it's vacant, you can do staging. We have seen many times that staging a home and giving buyers an opportunity to see the home decorated, it gives them a better idea of how they would set up the home. They can picture themselves in it, especially if it's really good, nice, neutral decor. A lot of people can see themselves in the home at that point. So that's another way that you can definitely help. So yes, days on market does matter, but if you do want to minimize your days on market, get the most for your money that you have put into the home, drive up the amount of buyers that are going in there, have your home updated, get a pre-inspection, and then also have it staged. That will definitely minimize the amount of time. Those are definitely a few strategies that can help minimize the amount of time that your house is on the market. And it's better for everybody because you don't want to be stuck with a house sitting on the market for months and months, especially when you have plans to go out of state, to move across town to a better school district, or a different school district. Whatever your plans are, you don't want to be held up because your home is not priced right, it's not decorated, it's not updated, it's going to sit for a long time. So thanks so much for joining us for this video and hope to see you the next time. If you have any questions, you can give me a call, 907-312-0944. Bye.